I be rolling with the squad, we be going so hard like whoa. You know what it is, and we always get it in. Whoa.
Hi guys, Mr. Cry227 here again with a video, and today we are talking about, well, we're not talking about anything this episode, cause this is going to be the debut episode of Life Stories. Now, if you watched my last couple of videos, then you'll figure out that I set up a poll asking you guys if you wanted any story, and from the polls, which literally only like 2 people actually did the poll, and since I want to do it, I'm gonna start Life Stories. Now, I'm gonna kick off my Life Stories with a bang, honestly, like with a bang. So I'm gonna start my stories off with this video. It's gonna be titled "The Time I Almost Got Stabbed." Yes, my old school was nuts, really nuts. That's probably where you're gonna hear most of my stories. It's either there or summer camps is where you're gonna hear most of my stories. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Now, just to give you a little background on the story, there was this kid that I used to sit next to on my bus. I don't sit next to him anymore, obviously. I don't go to the school anymore. But, yeah, there's this kid I sat next to on my bus. And, I mean, let's just call him John. I actually have a friend called John, but this isn't the same person. Actually, let's just call him Jimmy. So Jimmy, he was kind of like, Jimmy was he was a cool kid, but he was also kind of like, how do I say it? He was nice, but he was nuts. When I say he was nuts, I mean he was freaking nuts. He'd be like, I have some fight stories from him. Unfortunately, I have a hell of a lot of life stories. God damn it, why do I get myself into disadvantageous positions? Damn me. Yeah, but anyway, the kid, he was freaking nuts. He was he was freaking bonkers. He'd be the type of dude, and you're probably gonna hear a lot of my humor in these story videos. The guy was nuts. He'd be the type of dude that'd cut your freaking balls off. That's how crazy this dude was. He'd be the type of dude that'd cut your balls off. So, yeah, this dude was nuts, honestly. Yeah, but this time was crazy. Okay, so here's what he did. So you guys already know that this kid is nuts, and that I got into at least 3 fights with this kid, seriously. But yeah, this time was bad. Now, okay, I come on the bus one week and he sits next to me, and sometimes we played with Pokemon cards and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So we were playing Pokemon cards and stuff. We were trading, we were battling, and then we get into a little fight. That's gonna be another story. And then and then we get into a fight, and then he says, "I'm gonna stab you." I'm like, "What the fuck? Dude, you're not, what?" He says, he legit said, "I'm gonna stab you with my Swiss Army knife." So I was like, the fuck is this dude doing? I'm like, it's tripping, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, why does this guy want to stab me? I mean, we're friends. Yeah, that was the freaking weird thing about him. We were friends, so I don't know what his problem was, but apparently he wanted to stab me. So a little time passes, 1 week goes by, and this random day, I'm just looking out the window, on the bus as I usually do. my bus was nuts. The kids like yelled all the time and stuff. But there's this kid named Jimmy. He walks up to me again, and he's wearing this badass suit, like with like it's freaking awesome. He's wearing this badass suit, this blue suit. I think it was blue, with like gold plating on the sides. I think it was freaking awesome. I was like, whoa, man. And I don't exactly know what it looks like. If I find a picture, I'll show you it on screen. But yeah, he like it would look badass, and he sat down next to me, and he was like, "Hey, dude, remember when I said I'd stab you?" I said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, I remember that." And he was like, "You know I wasn't fucking around, right?" And I was like, "The fuck?" Like, dude, like, what's your problem? Like, and then literally he said, "Hey, I have my Swiss Army knife in my book bag. You want me to show it to you?" I'm like, sure, I guess. Being a dumbass, he could easily just shanked me right there. Right then and there. He could easily just shanked me. But no, he just pulled out his Swiss Army knife and flipped open the blade part. I was like, the fuck? This dude is like literally could have stabbed me. And he was like showing it off to me. And yeah, it was like nuts. Like, dude, why do you want to like stab me though? It's like it doesn't make sense. And he was like, "Oh, I feel like it. Like, I want to stab you. I just feel like it." And I said, and for everybody out there that thinks that this kid wouldn't have stabbed me, that he was just bluffing and stuff, this kid was nuts. Like, honestly, this kid was nuts. And, like, this kid was effing nuts. Like, one time, like, we were just on the bus, he sat next to me, and we didn't have exactly the best Pokemon game. I think I like beat him or something. And then he like punched me in the face, and then we started going at it in the seats in the seat at the bus. So this kid was nuts. So yeah. But yeah, that like he literally this kid was freaking nuts. So if he wanted to stab me, he easily could have. Now, I'm going to kind of do kind of two stories because this story is kind of a little short. It's only like 7 minutes. I'm going to talk to you guys about another story. It was similar to this, except I didn't get I didn't get a fucking knife pulled on me with the kid saying, "I'm going to stab you." Jeez, that was fucking nuts. But yeah, instead when I was in 5th grade, and this kid was in what was it? When this kid was in 6th grade, I'm not gonna say which grade I'm in now, but yeah, this kid was in 6th grade, and I was in 5th grade. This kid, like, literally, like, I was in the bathroom, and then one of my friends, I'm not gonna say his name, but one of my friends tells me, like, oh, some kid bought a knife, and like some 6th grader brought a knife to school and showed it off to his friends. I'm like, what? It's like, seriously, what is with people freaking bringing knives to school? And I'm not gonna say which grade I was in, but this was the grade before I got a knife. I got a freaking shank freaking pulled on me. So yeah, that was freaking nuts. The freaking kid bought a shank to school. It's like, dude, what's with all these kids bringing freaking knives to school? Like, what the hell? Like, when I say my old school was effed up, I mean my old school was nuts. It was really effed up, honestly. Like, it was not good at all. I have a lot of crazy stories from there. Yeah, so I'm gonna end this video off. So yeah, guys, I have at least like I have so many life stories. I have at least enough life stories to go for 50 freaking episodes, like legit. I have new ones happening all the time, 'cause I'm just a kid. Well, I'm a teenager, but whatever, you get the point. I'm still a kid, so I have more stories to come. So if I have 50, there'll probably be 100 because I'll have more to come. So yeah. This is pretty cool. So this is Mr. Cry 227 signing out. Goodbye and goodbye. Goodbye.